So I was just perusing Instagram, and of course, I see your daily post. I don't know if it's for accountability or if it's to impress me, but about 4 something in the morning every day, you post a picture of your watch. What's the deal with that?
What is the deal with that? So when I first kind of started entering the world publicly, I was on Tim Ferriss's podcast. And when I met Tim Ferriss, he was a great guy. He still is a great guy. He's a good friend. But he was telling me I needed to get on social media. And he told me to get on Twitter. And I kind of asked him what Twitter was, what's it all about? And he said, well, it's a great platform. You can get introduced to a lot of different people. You can meet a lot of different people. You can get a bunch of information. It's just, you need to do it. And then he said, and I'll just sign up and then I'll talk you through kind of how it works. And so I signed up. He never talked me through how it works, never told me anything about it other than to sign up. So good on you, Tim. But he knew that it's a very intuitive tool anyways. So I had this platform and the Twitter platform, and I didn't know what to put on it. Just what would someone want to see? But Tim and I on his podcast had talked about the fact that I woke up early and, it's a good way for me to get a jump on the day, get up before the enemy, start working. And so one morning when I got Twitter, I just took a picture of my watch because it was, 4:40 or something in the morning. I took a picture of my watch, I posted it, and then I went about my day. And a bunch of people that had just, I guess, been introduced to me through Tim Ferriss kind of posted their watches, and then I just kept doing it. So that's how it started.
And now it's become your thing, which I love. And people love it because it also holds them accountable to their own routines and to their own goals. And that's become the bigger picture.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely has caught on. A lot of people do it. A lot of people just reply to me and post their watch. And, then there's the other side of things is people say, what are you doing? You need to sleep. Sleep is good for you. And they're right. Sleep is good for you. And you should sleep. You should get plenty of sleep. That's how you rest. That's how you recover. So I'm not anti-sleep. But I do think if you're waking up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, you're missing out on some key hours of productivity. And your life would probably be better if you went to bed earlier and you woke up earlier.
Yeah, especially for leaders out there who, they've got a lot on their plate. They have to be very mentally sharp to be able to lead their teams and do what they need to do. So what is your normal morning routine? You get up. Today it was 4:19 in the morning. What happens next?
Get up, brush my teeth, do all that. And then I go work out. I spend an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, hopefully hour and a half to 2 hours working out, stretching, running, that kind of thing. I have the luxury of having an ice bath in my house. So I spend, 5 or 7 minutes in my ice bath when I get done working out in the morning. And that feels good. I'm still cold right now, actually. So, that's what I do. Wake up, work out. That's really simple, not easy.
Yeah. Your post today, post-workout, said, keep struggling. So what are your thoughts on struggling, not only in your routine, but just as a leader?
Yeah, I think what I wrote was it's a struggle. It's always a struggle. Keep struggling. So if you ever get to a point where you think, wow, doesn't this get easier? No, it doesn't. It doesn't get easier. It's not going to get easier. It's always going to be a struggle. That's the way things are. That's the way the world is. Well, anything that's worthwhile, I guess it's not a struggle to sit on your bed and sit on your couch and watch TV, but that's not going to get you anywhere. So doing something productive, doing something that's going to make you better is always going to be a struggle. And so, yes, keep struggling.
Yeah, that
from a leadership perspective, same thing. The minute that you're thinking, well, I'm a leader and I already know what I'm doing and no one's going to surprise me. Well, that's when you're going to get surprised. So as a leader, when you're leading a team and you're growing a team, there's going to be struggles all the time. You're always going to have a person that just came on board that maybe doesn't understand what it is we're trying to get done. And you're going to have some unexpected competitor that comes out of the woodwork and starts attacking what you're doing, or they come up with a great product that now you got to compete with. It's going to be a struggle. Life is going to be a struggle. So keep struggling.
You also have this saying, discipline equals freedom. Everyone, that's one of your great taglines. How does that process unfold for you as you compare discipline and freedom? What kind of freedom is on the other side for those leaders out there?
Well, in an organization, well, for an individual, I mean, the more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you're going to have. So financial discipline's the easy one. Anyone that is listening to this show understands the fact that if you have financial discipline, that's how you'll end up with financial freedom, and you'll get to yell freedom at the top of your lungs, right? That's really clear. Financial freedom comes through financial discipline. Free time, everybody wants more free time. How are you going to get more free time? Have more disciplined time management. But the same is also true when you're in a leadership position of your organization. And when you have a disciplined organization and everyone understands the standard operating procedures and the methodologies that we're using, when everyone understands that, it gives you a lot more freedom to operate. It gives you a lot more freedom to maneuver. It gives you a lot more freedom to make things happen. It gives you, as a leader, when you've got your team working effectively and you've empowered your team, it gives you the freedom to look up and out instead of down and in at your team. I don't want to be doing the things that my team should be doing. I don't want to have to hold their hand. I don't want to have to babysit them. I want to say, hey, George, here's the mission. Go figure out how you want to make it happen. And then I want to look at where we're going next. Look at the next market area. I want to look at our next project that we're going to work on, our next client that we're going to go and work with. I don't want to be looking at what you're working on. That's what you're doing. So when you have discipline inside your organization, it gives you much more freedom to maneuver.